Hey there, friends. Welcome to your weekly energy update. It looks like it's going to be a very interesting week ahead, especially with Valentine's Day this week. There's a bit of information here about romance and love, and you'll also be receiving a love reading in the next couple of days, just to give sort of a general idea of what's happening in your love life as well. So some of you know that I've got my Embodied Freedom Spring Workshop open for enrollment right now. We do a 4-month process of reorganizing the nervous system, starting to understand some of the principles of transformation, and learning to bring more of that essential energy into your day-to-day life, relationships, work situations. So if that's something you're interested in, you can get some more information down below. But let's hop into this weekly energy update. So first card for the week ahead is our Two of Cups. So for those of you that have just started to find somebody new in your life, this can be an indication that that's going to start to bubble and fizzle, and there might be some good energy around this. The Two of Cups tends to represent a newer relationship. It can also sometimes represent a relationship where we're feeling like we're really truly being seen by the other person. And the Rider-Waite cards, oh, you can still see it here. Very, very far in the background is a tiny, tiny little house there. So that's the indication that this is a younger relationship. It's not a big castle. It's not even necessarily like a big family house. It's a smaller house, which means that this is something that we still don't know exactly where it's going, what's going to happen next. It has that really lovely feeling of like, ooh, something really could be here, but we don't know. It's still young. So for some of you, this could be somebody that is on their way into your life. For others, you already know precisely who this person is. And for those of you that are already in a relationship, this can be a sign that maybe there's a coming together or a better sense of seeing one another that is in the future. So this seems quite apropos for our Valentine's Day that's coming up this week. That being said, the second card for your reading this week is the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands is not dissimilar to the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is where there are those five different people and they're all sort of fighting with one another, which means that there can be a little bit of conflict. It can be positive conflict. And in the context of the Seven of Wands, it tends to be a kind of struggle that needs to be gone through in the process of maturing in whatever it is that you're learning, whatever it is that you're growing in. And since we're looking at initially a card that has a lot to do with the relational context in your life, the friends, the career partners, and the romantic people, it's quite likely that there is a relational type of growth that needs to happen. And it's going to happen probably from a little bit of like struggle and conflict. This is a good thing. It's what creates more strength. It's what creates more capacity. Now, you can look at this particular card and you can see the individual is up against a cliff. He looks rather surprised, and in the traditional set, he actually has two different types of shoes on. Like he was surprised by something and had to get ready really quickly. So it's possible that there could be a little bit of like a kerfuffle or a bit of some argumentation. But this is a good sign. The Seven of Wands means that there's healthy momentum in your relationship life or in your life in general, that you're growing. You're going through a process of growth. And as a result, there could be a little bit of friction with people that either don't want you to grow, or it's just an area of yourself that is getting rubbed on that hasn't necessarily fully developed yet. This is also often a card that can show up when we are in the process of stepping forward in our life in a positive manner. And uh, when we do that, when we make a choice to make a bigger change in our life, it's kind of like we're altering the the contracts that we have with the people in our life right now. So if we go, you know what, I'm actually going to start speaking of myself in a healthy way. I'm going to start living my life in a more positive manner. I'm going to start bringing more energy and more intention into what I'm doing. The people that have sort of commiserated with you at a lower level can kind of go, no, you're not changing. I don't want you to change. Like if you change, that means I have to change my orientation to you as well. So again, it's a healthy type of friction because it's a sign that you're changing and you're growing and that the environment around you is responding to that. And luckily, whatever it is that ends up showing up as being maybe a surprise, maybe just a little bit of a tiff of some kind, is going to come to a healthy and happy place of hope and new possibility. In other words, this is a gateway into what's being symbolized by this Ace of Cups, which is like, oh, there's great potential here. I can actually, like, once I express myself, once I'm allowing myself to say what needs to be said, and I'm honestly open with what's happening, I can actually feel like there's more room, there's more possibility, there's more potential. The Ace of Cups is all about that abundance of possibility, of hope, of feeling like there's good energy moving through you. And regarding this week, this Valentine's week, and that we've got this sort of inherently romantic oriented card here, it's quite possible that you could go through sort of an upgrade in a relationship, or you could start to be like, you know what? I met this person, it's felt sweet, and I'm in this growing process, and maybe this isn't the right person for me. Whatever direction it ends up heading, whether it's like, oh, this is going to grow, this is going to turn into something, or no, it's time to step away. Your decision and what happens as a result of that, you're going to feel more free, you're going to feel more energized and more available. So that is your weekly energy update for this week. Like I said, there's going to be a love reading in the coming days, so stay tuned, and I hope you're doing well. Always nice to tune in with you. If you want to learn more about my workshop, I do it in spring and fall each year. It's a powerful transformational container. There really is something about having a full 4 months to saturate in new information, be in a higher energy field. It has one-on-one work with me as well as group work, and it's just always a lovely thing. So if that's calling to you, you can learn more down below, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Take care.